Should you consume 0 calories or 500 calories on fasting days? In today's video, I am going to answer this question. I know a lot of you guys have it on alternate day fasting, and let's get right into it. If you guys don't know who I am, my name is King Jagan. I run Ripped and Remote, and I'm an online coach. I've been fasting for the last 8 years now, and I've lost weight in the past, gotten really good shape, but right now I'm in the middle of doing a 16-week alternate day fasting transformation. And I know that a lot of you guys who are joining me in this journey, watching these videos, you may be in other fasting groups, communities, know people that fast, and they may be doing alternate day fasting, but they may be eating 500 calories on their quote-unquote fasting days. And you can kind of tell what my stance is on that, but may be curious, should you be eating 500 calories or should you just stick with the 0 calorie method? My honest opinion, a lot of people are using this as a crutch, and it does not work for most people. Here's why, right? 500 calories just isn't a whole lot of food, and right now I am fasting. Today is a fasting day for me, and I am hungry. I'm actually hungrier than I am normally, and you know, that's gonna happen from time to time. If I eat 500 calories, that's the equivalent of 4 eggs, right? 4 eggs, that's not gonna do anything for me. If I eat that, I'm still gonna be hungry, and that's gonna lead me into eating. For me, I like to keep a very strict protocol. I like to have fasting days, and I like to have eating days. If it's a fasting day, it's 0 calories. I'm not eating anything. I'm not drinking anything with calories in it. I'm just drinking water, I'm drinking tea, that's it. I'm not consuming anything else, right? If you do decide to eat 500 calories, and if it works, it works. Because at the end of the day, I can't argue with the results, but what I find is a lot of people, they will eat the 500 calories, but they'll eat it, very early in the day. Let's say they eat it in the morning. Now they're hungry. Now they're hungry for the whole day. And because they've already broken the fast, typically what happens is they just continue to eat, and then they're no longer doing alternate day fasting. Or what happens is they say, oh, I can get away with it because, maybe I'll eat and then the scale's still gonna drop. But, the saying that I've lived by is if you cut corners, you just create 2 more, right? Take a piece of paper, if you cut the corner of it, you are gonna have 2 more corners. Yes, is the corner as noticeable? Is it as pronounced as the original corner before you cut it? No. But you do create 2 more, and guess what happens if you keep cutting corners? You're no longer gonna have that square piece of paper. You're gonna have this circular shape with corners all around, and you can't avoid it. So it's better to deal with the discomfort now. It's better to deal with learning how to fast properly now versus looking for these shortcuts, looking for these corners, let's see what I can get away with. That's what losers do. That's what people who fail to lose weight do. That's who people who don't do alternate day fasting do. What happens is, instead of looking for what you can get away with, change your mindset or change your actions to say, okay, what's the most amount of work I can do in order to get the result, or what's the most amount of work I can do so the results are inevitable. It would be ridiculous for me to not get the result, right? If I say, hey, I'm gonna dedicate myself to alternate day fasting for these next 12 to 16 weeks, and I'm gonna document the journey, I'm going to work out on my eating days, I'm gonna fast on my fasting days, I'm gonna be so consistent, what do you think is gonna be the results at the end of the journey? It's gonna be inevitable that I'm going to get the result because I'm staying so consistent on the day-to-day. I'm not cheating on my fasting days. I'm not eating when I'm not supposed to. If it is a fasting day, it's a fasting day, and you should keep it simple. Keep it simple, stupid. I keep on saying use the KISS method. If you're adding 500 calories, now you have another decision, what to eat. Now you have to prepare, now you have to do dishes, now you have to track, and then what happens, the people that do this, then the weight stops going off the scale, and then they go to the same communities, the same people who are not consistent, telling them that it's okay to eat 500 calories because do what works for you. No, do what works. Work, do the work. Stop adding, stop changing, stop cutting corners. Just do the work that you're supposed to do. Face the discomfort of being hungry. And in plenty of videos, I've already told you how there's many steps you can take in order to get over the hunger pain. So these are not good excuses to use when you are trying to get through the fast. Now, another point will say that, oh, well, you know, women, they can't do alternate day fasting. It's not good for them. They have, you know, their cycle, the menstruation cycle, and, you know, they should eat the 500 calories. Now, I'm not a woman. I'm not going to argue against that, but I have coached women. And when I had them do alternate day fasting, they did the, you know, full fasting days. Now, I will say that we did do the modified method, which was Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then they had the back-to-back eating days on the weekend. I'm not the biggest, you know, oh, you have to do back-to-back eating days. I think if you do, you know, if you do the modified versions, which is you only eat Monday, Wednesday, Friday, so you're having consistent 4 fasting days per week, or you do, I mean, that's kind of extreme, but for most people, but if you do, you know, a easier variation, which is you're fasting every Monday, fasting every Wednesday, fasting every Friday, I think that's fine because I've seen clients get results with that. Again, I've coached multiple women. They never had any issues. So I don't know. I mean, if you are a woman, again, that's your call for you to make. I can only talk about the clients that I've coached, and you can see their testimonials. If you look on my channel, you can find them there. They had no problems. Yes, they had difficulties adjusting, but with my coaching, with my guidance, they were able to do the protocol just fine, eating 0 calories on the eating day. So I don't necessarily buy that women are forced to do it. Maybe in certain cases that may be the case, but again, these people are the exception, not the rule. That I've answered that question, you know my stance. I believe you should just do 0 calories on your eating days whenever you're doing an alternate day fasting journey. I want to take a brief time just to talk about the period of time that we're in. We're going into the second half of August, which means we've done alternate day fasting for about 2 weeks now. I know there's people that are doing alternate day fasting and they've messed up, they're struggling, they don't know if they should continue. And what I say to you is lock in. Lock in. This is not the time to quit. This is not the time to get soft. This is the time to put all the BS away, stop making excuses, stop cutting corners, as we just talked about, and lock in the fast. So if Monday is a fasting day, or if it's a Tuesday, or it's a Wednesday, whenever you're watching this, doesn't matter. If the day is a fasting day for you, you need to fast. Point blank, period. Don't make any excuses. Don't say, oh, well, you know, I want to get away with it. No, lock in, man, because here's the thing. September 1st is going to come. And if you're watching this not live, the beginning of the next month is going to come. Are you going to weigh less than what you did? Or are you going to weigh more or just the same, right? Your results tell the truth about your effort and what was a priority to you. I'll say it again. Your results tell the truth about your effort level and what was a priority to you. So that next month is going to come. I do not want to hear any excuses because the people that are consistent with alternate day fasting and they're fasting when they're supposed to, they're eating what they're supposed to on the eating days, they're doing the workouts, they're not going to have the complaints. The people that are complaining, the people that say that it doesn't work are people that are missing the days, they're eating, they say they're going to eat 500 calories, then that turns into 2,000, 2,500, 3,000 calorie eating days when it's supposed to be a fasting day. They're still drinking soda, alcohol excessively, and you know they know they're doing the things they're not supposed to, and then they want to complain when the next month rolls around and everyone else that did it properly, you know, they're losing 10 pounds, 15 pounds, some people even 20 pounds, right? At the very high end elite level, if they're really dialed in or if they're just really obese. Regardless, the people that are following the protocol exactly are going to get the results. I want you to be one of them, so let's stop making excuses. And again, remember, even the laziest people on the planet that follow a New Year's resolution, they at least last 21 days. It's not been 21 days yet, so you should not be quitting. You should have the amount of strength to get through at least a month of alternate day fasting. If you get through the month and alternate day fasting is not for you, that's fine. That is a different issue, but don't quit too early. Stay consistent and you will get the results. All right, that's all I have for this video. Hopefully this video is helpful. I answer a very pressing question in the alternate day fasting circles. If you guys want coaching from me, you want to get results, you want to stop being a fat boy, you're a remote worker and you want to get ripped while you're working from home, while you're stacking up all this money and you want that belly to stop being soft, go ahead and hit the link in the description. Let's see if we're a good fit. Otherwise, I'll catch you guys in the next video. I'm King Jagan. I'm out. Peace.